Hi, this is misha.pfliger back with another quick update regarding bargaining and mediation on behalf of the WEA. Let's take a quick look at good faith bargaining. Some of the messaging coming from the district regarding good faith bargaining has been claiming that the WEA has not been engaging in good faith bargaining. Well, let's take a look at what that means specifically. Both parties have a responsibility to bargain in good faith. Good faith bargaining generally means that the willingness of both parties to meet at an agreed upon time and place is in order to discuss issues which are proper subjects of bargaining with the intent of reaching an agreement. It's the really important part here, with the intent of reaching an agreement, right? Both sides coming together, sharing issues, right? Explaining limits, compromising, and coming up with solutions to the issues that we face as a district. Well, we haven't seen that, unfortunately, which is really the big issue that we're facing as part of this bargaining process. Let's take a quick look at the dual language piece of the contract. This is a new article in our CBA we're trying to introduce to enshrine, uphold, and support dual language program here at Woodburn. You're all aware of it. It's what makes our district so unique, right? Not just our community, but our commitment to enshrining dual language to ensure that all of our students have the opportunity to be bilingual. Well, we want to support this commitment because we've seen it falter in recent years, right? We've had a lot of complaints from membership saying, "Hey, the dual language program is not what it used to be. We would like to enshrine it in our contract so it continues to grow and get better." So we introduced all this language, right? Saying, "Hey, this is how we're going to support it. This is what we're going to do. These are the things we'd like to see to ensure that dual language continues to be a thing here at Woodburn." And the district's response was simply to cross it all out, saying, "We don't want any of that. We have no interest in putting this in your contract." They didn't come back with any sort of response or compromise or solution. They just said no. So you're probably wondering, why would they do that? Why couldn't they at least compromise? Well, the reason is it's actually a very common tactic, right? We see this across many bargains between management and unions, right? For example, recently Starbucks has been contending with a large increase in unionizations across many stores in this country. A couple of those efforts have actually succeeded, and many Starbucks now are union Starbucks stores. Well, when time came to bargain for those contracts, Starbucks simply refused to bargain. They'd come to the table and they would just say no to everything, and then they would leave. It got so bad that there was actually a complaint filed. They're okay with that. It's just a slap on the wrist, right? Well, why would they do that? This is a really common tactic, right? Delay is a frequent and effective tool used by employees in first contract bargaining because the longer negotiations drag on, the more turnover, fear, and frustration will work to undermine union support. This doesn't only apply to first contract bargaining, right? It applies to all bargains. The more management delays, right, the more people get upset at the union saying, "Hey, why isn't anything happening?" Right? It also forces the union to bargain against itself. The union suggests something, and and management says no. So the union tries to basically cut back on its demands. Say, "Well, what about this?" Well, in theory, you think management would say, "Well, how about here?" But instead, they stay where they were. They say no to everything. So the union tries to keep cutting things, try to keep removing, right, their requests in their contract until some point, right? They're just hoping that they'll just say no to everything. It's a very effective tactic, and it worked in many bargains before. We think that this basically flies in the face of the definition of good faith bargaining. We are trying to come to compromises and solutions on some of the issues facing this district. So we think it's a little disingenuous when the district says that the union is not engaging in good faith bargaining. Thanks again for listening. Check out the other videos in regards to other issues during this bargaining mediation process. Solidarity, and we'll see you soon.